They're lined up. They're up. And the Group 3 Saval Beg Levmoss Stakes for stayers. As they race in these very early stages, it is Kyprios, raging hot favourite and previous winner, headed by stable companion, the blinkered Queenstown. Yashin runs the inside of Sunchart, followed by the big outsider Serious Challenge. Dropped in is Dawn Rising. Heading towards their final mile and a half, and just with the lead, Queenstown from Sunchart improving on the outside of Kyprios, being followed by Yashin, Serious Challenge, and a couple of lengths to Dawn Rising as they make the next turn, bringing them towards the back straight. Queenstown and Wayne Lorden, followed by Sunchart, Andy Slattery, who go up to dispute it. Two in front of Kyprios and Ryan Moore, and then Yashin, Shane Foley, just a place in front of Serious Challenge, Rory Cleary, 2.5 lengths to Dawn Rising and Dylan Brown McMonigal, who are 6th of the 6th. Less than 10 furlongs to go. And going on by a length and a half to 2 lengths is Sunchart. Ended a long losing run at Naas in March, is followed by Queenstown, Kyprios in 3rd. And then Yashin, who beat Dawn Rising into 3rd in last year's race, and then Serious Challenge and Dawn Rising at the rear. Heading towards the halfway stage, the 7 furlong point. Sunchart by a length to Queenstown, who's 2 up in the 3rd running Kyprios, and then Yashin, Serious Challenge, and Dawn Rising as they pass the halfway stage in the Group 3 Saval Beg Levmoss Stakes. And it is Sunchart in the stripes, holding sway over Queenstown, Kyprios in 3rd. A smooth winner of the vintage crop and reappearance. And 3 of today's opponents behind him on that occasion. Then Yashin, Serious Challenge, Dawn Rising. Turning off the back straight, 5 furlongs to go. Sunchart by under 2 lengths to Queenstown. In 3rd, 2.5 lengths back Kyprios, racing together with the 4th, Yashin and Serious Challenge. And finally, Dawn Rising. Coming up to the last half mile. In front, Sunchart from Queenstown, who's almost back on terms. In 3rd, and nudged, is Kyprios, followed by Serious Challenge. Yashin won from last, and Dawn Rising continues to whip them in with 3 furlongs to go. Sunchart rejoined by Queenstown. After them, 3rd is Kyprios, and then Yashin, followed round the home turn by Serious Challenge, and last of all, now ridden along as Dawn Rising. Passing the 2, Sunchart, Queenstown, nothing between them. After them in 3rd place is Kyprios, and then Yashin, Serious Challenge, and Dawn Rising as they race to the final furlong, and Kyprios has come to take Queenstown, Sunchart, and Yashin, who's staying on ahead of Serious Challenge, and then Dawn Rising, but it's Kyprios and Ryan Moore in front from stable companion Queenstown and Wayne Lorden. 3rd will go to Yashin as Kyprios wins the 2nd Saval Beg Levmoss en route to next month's Ascot Gold Cup.
Aidan O'Brien's with us after Kyprios won his 2nd Saval Beg Levmoss Stakes. And congratulations, not for the first time, he hasn't won by very far, but you look like a very satisfied man. Did you see everything you wanted to see from him?
Yeah, absolutely, Gary. Sure, he's a lovely horse, really. He's relaxed. Ryan said he's all the speed is still there. He's just lazy when he gets there, but that has always been his way. Remember when he ran in the Zetland as a 2-year-old, that was him. That's just his nature, you know. So delighted to have him back. Like, big credit to Derek is in charge of him, and Donal, Patrick, Dean, Rachel rides him out, and then his team, Eamon, Shane, John, everyone all around. There's a big team of people that work with him every day to keep him right. So appreciate all their hard work, and that's why he's here, you know. So but last year we didn't think he'd make it back. Yeah, he's had his 2 runs, what we thought, before go to Navan and come here, and then hopefully, if everything's okay, to go to Ascot for the Gold Cup. So no, couldn't be happier, really, Gary.
As you mentioned, last year didn't go the way you would hope, but in terms of where he was maybe this time a couple of years ago, do you feel he's in every bit as good a place now?
We think he is, yeah. Ryan is very happy with him. He's moving great now, and like I said, that's his nature, his way of racing. Like we think he is. Obviously, he's a couple of years older than he was then, but yeah, very happy. Everything looks the same with him, you know, so it's great to have him, really.
And as he had done at Navan, Queenstown followed him home today. He seems to be progressing along the right lines. Do you think he can win a decent staying race before the year's out?
Yeah, we thought that he would fit into the Queen Alexandra in Ascot. So, like, he's a great horse. He does all his work with Kyprios. Stephen rides him in his work, and that's his job. Aaron rides him out in the daytime. So, yeah, no, he's. We think that's the perfect race for him. I think the conditions of the race let him into it, and he stays very well. You can see him there today. He was still coming back at the line, so hopefully he could run a nice race in that race.
And Aidan, just while we have you, Terror of London, I see he lost a shoe in the race over at York today. Would you put his defeat down to that solely?
Yeah, it's difficult to work it out, really. It was a bit of a disappointing run. I think coming down the straight, I think it might have happened to him, and maybe he lost a little bit of confidence. But obviously, run was a bit disappointing. But Ryan would have looked after him straight away when he felt he took a false step. So that's the way he would always, and he'd rather be sure than sorry. So I'd say obviously he's closer than it looked. I think when Ryan felt him taking the false step, he eased him down very quickly. So hopefully he'll leave that run behind him, and we'll get him home and see. But I think seems to be fine.
Just the obligatory City of Troy update. How's he doing? One of his main rivals obviously fell out of the Derby picture today.
Yes, no, very happy. Everything is going well with him at home. The same thing, Andrew is in charge of him, Davy, Edmund, Dean, Stephen, Rachel, everyone, John, Eamon, Shane, everyone seems to be happy with him. So his work is building up good. Yeah, couldn't be happier, really. Listen, what happened was just one of those things that happened. We think he got upset in the stalls, and we think his heart rate just went mad of a bad time, and it was just all went wrong, really. So he's more work to do next week. We stuck to the plan. We always thought that he would be a race would suit him very well. So listen, so far so good with him, Gary.
And the Derby trial's all out of the way now. Aidan, how many do you think you might run? In addition to City of Troy?
Sure. It'll obviously depend on what the lads want to do. Obviously, we could run the horse that won here.
Los Angeles.
Yes, absolutely. And with the couple that ran in Lingfield, or second and fourth or something. And then the horse that ran in Chester, the horse that was second in the trial here, they could all run. I suppose it'll depend on what the lads want to do, really. We'll get through City of Troy's work and then see and look at the makeup of the race. But obviously it's definitely possible that something else could run with him. But you know, always it was always his race mapped out. So we'll see, I suppose, closer to the time.
We shall watch this space. Aidan, as ever, thanks for your time. Well on again with Kyprios. Appreciate it.
Pleasure. Thanks, Gary.
Watch live racing now on racingtv.com.